Okay, says we're live. So hello, welcome. Apologies, I have not figured out a couple of things, but we're going to try this top-down view. I've got the camera stacked up on a couple of books to get the little bit more appropriate height for the top-down view. But I have not figured out how to fix the shadows in terms of top-down. Because I have an overhead light. I have curtains in front of me for the window. So apologies if the shadows are there. I have turned the fan off because I don't want moving shadows. But hey, I mean, we could do the bunny ears situation. But yeah, so this is not my normal day to stream. So, but this is bonus for this week, which is the Stationery Haul. I did get 2 packages, 3 really, but the first one was not stationery related. The first one was crochet hooks, but the rest of the supplies are stationery related. And so most of what I purchased was washi tapes, PET tapes, and stickers. So I ordered from 2 different companies. I ordered from Journalsay, as you can see the box here. And then I also ordered from Temu, which came in a bag. They have changed they're no longer the orange bags for Temu. They are just plain bags. I think that's because they were getting noticed and then maybe package thieves. But anyway, so I have this and the Temu package. And let me know if you have ever ordered from either Journalsay or from Journalsay or from Temu before for stationery supplies. And if you did, how it went. This was my first time ordering from Journalsay, which the box came in a bag, but slightly beat up. But everything in the box was fine. The other thing was that I used Joshi Corinne's discount code. She has an affiliate discount code, which got me, I think, 8% off of the Journalsay items. So I do not have an affiliate code, just FYI, from either of these companies. So in case you are interested in getting some discounts, Joshi Corinne has a discount code for Journalsay. And if you are using the app for Temu, there are also typically some discounts you can get for the Temu app, but they don't necessarily work on just the plain website. So there is that caveat, which I ordered from the website rather than the app. Okay, so I have 2 things really already out because I have peeked. Yes, I did say washi tape, and my first thing that I just absolutely had to have, and I ordered 2 of them because I was so excited about them, and I've cut off a length already, but there were 2 of these tapes, and this one was purchased from Temu because I could not find it on Journalsay. I'm trying to find the one that's still wrapped. So apologies for the sound today. I did not unwrap anything but the first thing. Okay, so this is what the tape, the sticker on the washi tape looks like. But this was, they call it Exotic Love, but I also found it under like Goth Garden listings. But anyway, this one was the quote unquote Temple of Light. And so this is it still wrapped together. And then this was the one that I opened because I was like, I can't wait. Anyway, so this is very sort of like, it's a blend between celestial and like Greek and Roman architecture. But I could not resist it. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. It's so freaking gorgeous. They have sort of like a Madonna figure see if I can get it to, there we go. With the background, with the black background in the back shows up better. So here's sort of like the Madonna. Then you have the arches with the falling stars, and more of sort of like the busts and columns. And it's just so pretty. I could not pass it up. So here's what it would look like down on black paper. The whites are slightly more blue toned than I expected, so it can still show up just fine on white paper as well. So there is more versatility than I thought, because I thought I absolutely had to have the black behind it, but it looks like you can have either one. And it might even work on sort of like a silvery blue toned paper as well. But that is the first thing that I opened because I could not stand not looking at it, but it's just so pretty. So I think this is turned around so it's the right way. I'm pretty sure this is the mirrored image of the one that's on here, of the sticker here. Yes, so I will be cutting this apart, as you say, Mom Maggie, for stickers. But I got 2 rolls of them because I was like, I'm so in love with this. I will be so upset when I run out of the first one. So I must buy 2. Like that was the only thing that I did this for. But for this one, I made sure that I purchased 2 because I tried so hard to find others that were similar in terms of style or in terms of theme, but I just could not find it. Okay, and then the other thing that I gave a sneak peek, snook book. I got a pack of dragon stickers. And these are not PET stickers. These are just regular stickers. But just some of them are super adorable. They've got like a D&D dice. This one was the one that I fell in love with them. So cute. Let's see if I can get the to not have the glare on it. Little dragon curled up over some books. Has a little cow plushie. I think this one might be another dice, but could just be a rock. And then you have some more standard sort of like classic dragons. You have some water dragons, just all kinds of really cute dragon stickers. And I figured that, my nephews will also benefit from this purchase. Some of them appear to be wyverns. And then like if you want to have like a lover's tarot card or just a little cute date night sticker, there you go. So again, just all kinds of different stylized dragons, some of which are adorable, some of which are more classic, sort of scary looking dragons. Like this one. This one looks like he's kind of like a smoke or a cloud dragon. He's cute. A yin and yang dragon. And again, another one with a little plushie, but this time it's a fox. How cute is that? Little rainbow feathered wings. Here's another one with a D&D dice. But yeah, so I had to have the dragons. Here's another one with books. It's an elderly dragon with a stack of books this time. I can maybe get it to... There we go. That one's mainly just a big mouth. But anyway, so here's another D&D dice. So there's quite a few D&D dice. So this, let me, before I forget, I did put in the listing in the description of this stream. I put a document link to here we go. Let me share this. Present. Share screen. Share screen. I put a document link in the description that is a view link, should be a view link for this, for essentially like my order, the listings. And so I started down here at the Temu. So here's the white and gold statue PET tape, and then the book dragons are further down the list somewhere. Here they are. They're the last one. So yeah, so there's the, if you want to find the links for them, or just want to kind of get a better look at some of the listing pictures that drew me in, that suckered me in. But yeah, so there's just plenty of dragons. I now have 50 individual little dragons that I can adorn everything with. So that was the next thing that I had to take a sneak peek at. I mean, they're dragons. How can you not? Mom Maggie says, I support book dragons. Yes. Yes, we do. And I'm keeping them in their pouches for right now to keep them contained. I am going to have to do some reorganization in order to make sure that that I do not get overwhelmed. Okay, so the next thing, I've got two different colorways of this. So let me find the other one. Maybe. Here it is. Okay, so several of the things that I purchased, I wound up picking either one or two of the colors or going for like the full range of things. And so I have this obsession with like the geometric frames that are Chinese and Asian inspired, because I know it's more than just Chinese windows, but like this is where I most commonly see them, is sort of like the Chinese inspired geometric designs. So I found several things, and you'll see that over the course of the haul, that have these sort of like the geometric window frames, but just in different colorways. And so these have metallic foiling on them, so you get that little bit of extra shine. And I got this one in the blue and the green. So the blue is more of like mountains and cloudscapes, I think, from what I could tell. So here, let's see if I can get it to focus. Turn it around. So you've got the gold foiling there, and the bamboo and the mountains in the background. And so there's repeats of several of them. So again, here's sort of like the mountainscape with the probably classic poetry, but I will have to look into it and see if I can get that translated so I know what it says before I stick it in my journal. Then here's the next one, which has the little crescent moon. I like that. And this one, oh, this one goes sideways. Okay, so that one is a more horizontal because of the way the landscape is done. Which I did not realize I was getting some horizontal, so that's good for versatility. Here's a full circle one with a little fan detail down here at the bottom, fan shape. That's kind of cool. See if I can separate. The one thing about these PET tapes is they definitely stick. Okay, so here's another geometric shape with a more distinct fan and butterfly. And again, you've got the dark background, the landscape coming through the traditional ink paintings. Here's the next one. I love these cloud details, but I can never draw them myself. And so I always wind up, you'll see later, I've purchased a sticker pack of literally just the cloud shapes. Because like I don't want to have to try and draw them. This one is another one that is, I think, yes, it's another one that's horizontal, but then the butterfly is upside down. So I don't know about that. That one might get a little confusing. Then we have another one that has more distant mountains and more butterflies. Then we have sort of a longer cloud smoke design with a full moon on it. And then the last design we have is, let's see if I can get the orientation correct. There we go. Another one with a fan and full moon. So we have, how many designs do we have? 1, 2, 3, 10 designs, 2 each, so 20 pieces. And then, so that's the blue set. The green set, I think, is the same number, so we'll have 10 designs, 2 pieces each, but it is more of the lotus blossom and sort of greens and watery colors rather than the blue. Yes, these would make beautiful gift tags, wouldn't they? I'm trying to think. Some of the ones that are slightly bigger could be really cool for cutouts in your bullet journal, for doing sort of like glass window-esque type things. It's nice as they have the designs on the back, so you can get kind of like a sneak peek of whatever it is that you are purchasing. Okay, I think that's all of them. Okay, so for the greens, here's the first one. I love the gilding on that, the foiling. It adds an aspect that's just really pretty. Here's another one with the, I'm not sure if these are technically lotus or if they're more like water lilies. Somebody knows, you can tell me. Correct my brain. Here's some more of the cloud details up top. Really love that. These might look slightly fuzzier because I'm holding the 2 pieces together so that singly they do not look fuzzy. All the lines are very clear. But me holding them. Okay, so here's one that is in the arch, the fan. See if I can get it to do with just one single. There we go. So you've got sort of like these darker grays that would go together as well, gray and green. Which is really pretty. I like them. Ooh, here's one that's like up close. Just much more detailed in some regards. There's my, I think I've lost a pair somewhere. There's more of the framework that I like. There's the other one. This one is almost fully blues rather than too much of the greens. And then here is the last design. Much more white with sort of like a blush pink in there. So that's that one. So again, 10 designs, 2 each, 20 pieces. I've got so many stickers now, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I'm going to have fun with my bullet journal is what I'm going to do. Have some definite fun. So those 2 were the blue and the green of that set. They did have a couple more that were other color options. And I listed however many color options there were in the listing sheet. I don't know what to call it, really. Okay, another one that I got both the blue and the green for again with the geometric shapes. These are sort of long sticker sheets rather than individual stickers. Where's the fold over? There it is. On the bottom. So we'll start with the blue again. Mom Maggie says, I am resisting buying the cat stickers because they have some with Art Deco and Art Nouveau backgrounds. Ooh, that is definitely fun. I love Art Nouveau and Art Deco. They're so good. Okay, so here are the blue options. I guess I should turn them around so much more of the blue and white pottery, porcelain, and butterflies. This one has more of the pottery and more of the window frame. And this last one is mainly just the pottery and the flowers with butterflies. So that's the 3 of the blue. Oops. And then the green is more bamboo and butterflies, but again has sort of like that the ink painting landscapes in the background. So there we go. And again, these are more PET type, so you could definitely cut around them and make individual stickers out of them, which is likely what's going to happen. So you have sort of like the room divider screens behind them, which is kind of cool. Have a split window frame, more of the landscape in the background. Then we have more of varying designs. I think that's a either a kite or swallow bird, but I'm not sure. And more of the different frame designs. More of the bamboo and cloud, and then more of the birds on this 3rd sheet. Temu's Washi sticker clearance page is such a temptation. Yes, because it's just a few dollars and then 100 items later. Yeah. Yes, exactly. I wound up like adding things to my cart and then having to like hit the save for later button, or like removed from cart. And then I had a couple things that I wound up adding back in. But yeah, it is slightly dangerous for your wallet. So here's the blue back into the, and then the other, both of these have sort of like gold gilding, I guess. And then this one has more green and silver. I'm trying to sort of see what I have category wise that I might could put together. Anyway, okay. So let's stick with the sort of Chinese inspired, I guess, at the moment. I have a whole lot of that. Okay. So I mentioned that I can't really draw those clouds. That's sort of like, I've tried so hard to think logically of like, how do they go? But I've never really been able to figure out how to draw them naturally. So when I saw that they had a sticker pack, I bought it because, yes. And then this one was listed as having different color themes, but they were really, or color schemes, but they were really themes. So like the bamboo and the rocks and the lotus and whatnot. But these are just little cloud with gold foiling on them, and varying clouds and whatnot. So This way, I can maybe learn to draw them as I watch them, trace them, whatever, as I see them and use them. Maybe I will finally like get it in my brain. But yeah, so here's one that has a little tree poking out, which is kind of cool. Tree poking out of the clouds. That's fun. So again, some of the traditional Chinese markings, kanji type things. I'm going to figure out what they say. But yeah. So let's see. Separate out the. Get one with a stork or crane, excuse me. Let's see. There we go. Again, apologies for the lighting, y'all. I'm trying to figure out different ways to work with what I've got in terms of how to set up things. But so there are 30 pieces in here. And I think I remember there being, 15 designs, 2 of each. So you get a few more clouds than you do like these kind of packs. You get a few more of the smaller clouds, which makes sense. But some of them are then like the writing, the poetry probably. So, maybe you can find a use for them, sort of like scrapbooking style, if you just need some other element of ephemera. But I do like the clouds. I'm kind of excited to use them. But this means that I kind of know what at least one of my next month's themes is going to be. It's going to be sort of like the ink painting landscape inspired. Zhangyun are traditional Chinese style clouds, decorative patterns. Yes. Thank you. Auspicious or lucky clouds. Yes, I like that. This one I got because I loved the lanterns, which you will see later. There's a whole bunch of lantern stuff that I purchased as well. So for this one, you again have some of that traditional framework plus the lanterns and some jade tassels, bamboo. And this one is a mix of browns and greens, but the foiling on here is more like silver glitter rather than like pure gold. Yeah, maybe you can see the shimmer there. Up at the top. But yeah, so more of the lanterns, more of the sort of cloud and smoke. And then third one, again, very similar, but with different shaped lanterns and more of the bamboo framework. So there's that one. And then this one was one that's got camellias on it, which I was really drawn to the camellias. I think they're camellias anyway. And this one is another one that has, I think, repeats of the same design, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, we'll see. So this one, see if I can, if it's going to focus. Maybe. Yes, no, no. Okay. It's focusing down here, I guess. So I need to maybe move that off. Then it will. Is it going to focus? I can't tell if it's focusing or not. The background is pretty much just, there's no details in the background here per se, but it does have a little bit of, once you get down here to the actual tree, there's some there. So most of the background on this one is just pale. So it would work pretty well on a dark. Yes, it works very well on a dark design there, on a dark paper. So one, and then here's another one that is maybe camellias, maybe roses with butterflies. That one is a clear background, so that one would work on whatever color paper you choose. Here's one that's more of a yellow. And then a white. I didn't realize there were so many colors. I thought they were mostly just the red. So this works. Gives you a bit more variety. That one's definitely more multicolored. Here's one that's got big roses, I guess. Here's more of the white flower design. Here's another yellow. Here's a pink. So, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so just 10, so no repeats on these, but there are ones that are sort of like paired in some ways. So like this pink would go well with that multicolored because there's more pink in that one. You have like 4 of the different reds, 2 whites, 2 yellows. So that one is nice. It gives you a little bit more color options than I anticipated. So that's cool. All right, and sort of in vein with the gold and red, I got a packet of gold cages and roses. The red ones do look like carnations, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're carnations, roses, or camellias. They might be sort of like vague, slightly more vague in order to sort of appeal to your sense of it could be either one. But yeah, so these have very gold, sort of sparkly gilding, almost glitter-esque. So you can kind of see that it sort of catches the light there. But yeah, I wasn't sure if this would go with the statues. So let's check that out real quick. Or if they would sort of take over their own yeah, I'm thinking maybe the gold is too distinct on the cages to go with the one that's on the statues washi, but that's okay. I think the gold will work nicely with some of the ones that have the carnation, camellia, rose, whatevers. But either way, this one looks like it works on both the dark paper and the light paper, which I'm excited to play with. What does that say? Romantic flowers. So there you go. There's the second sheet. And then here is the third. The reason I was thinking maybe it would go together is because these sort of long dangly details. At least that was what I was thinking of. Okay, that says rose down at the bottom. So there's a couple of words, not very many, just romantic flowers on this one and rose on that one. Otherwise, they're all just designs. So there's 3 of those. And then I got the sort of, I wanted to say autumnal colors, but orangey and purpley blue of this set. So there were, I think, 4 different colorways of this. There might have been 5. I know there was a red, and I know there was like a green. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that what I have left in the bag is okay. You would think that I would be organized, but no. Never with the organization. Okay. So, purple. Let's do purple first. Maybe knock that out of the way so it doesn't try and focus on that. Okay, so again, this was the sort of purple and blue theme pack. So here's the first. Again, I think I'm going to have to move these out so it doesn't focus on. So here's the first one. There are some green aspects in there, but it's more of a cool green, like lending towards blue and purples. So again, this would work, looks like it will work very well on dark, but you may get a little bit more of the color on the white. So you could use it either. I think I prefer it. I think I prefer it on the white because you pick up a little bit more of the color that way. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it goes better on the dark or on the white? There's this long umbrella just hanging out there. So there's that one. Then here's, again, more umbrellas, wind chimes, lanterns. Ooh, I love this. Ooh, check that out. It's the sort of wisteria. Oh, come on. Are you going to focus? Please. Let's see if I can bring it up with the white background. Will it focus? There we go. I like that. And then here's another one that has the sort of landscape in the background. You've got some iris, more landscape with the umbrella or the parasol, as it were. And then you have like the landscape coming to life out of the scroll, which is kind of cool. And then more of the wisteria with the background. I love that wisteria look. The nice cluster of falling flowers. Love that. So this one, again, had multiple colorways. So I got the bluey purple, and then I got the sort of like autumn golden orange one. So that's next. I can fit this back in. I'm trying to keep them mostly in their sleeves unless I can combine them. That way, when I go to organize and to look for them later, then I'll be able to easily find them. Okay, so here's the first one of, oh, you are very much not focused. Let's see if it'll, hello. See if it's coming. Okay, it'll focus up here now for the moment. So we've got the gold foiling, got some berries and gold colored leaves, butterflies, scrolls, lanterns, more of the parasols, and then we've got some maybe peonies with a phoenix up top. Looks like a phoenix anyway. So there's that one. Oh, look how that looks gorgeous on the black with sort of like the autumnal colors popping through. Oh, so glad about these. Oh, you have the little goldfish too. Sweet. These were really hard to pick because the listing did not have them pictures of them separately, which was kind of frustrating. So I had to kind of guess as to which ones were which. So this one and the blue purple one were kind of difficult to separate out. But I just stared at it for like forever. And finally got what I wanted. Love this chrysanthemum, I think. But yeah, so the gold foiling, ooh, ginkgo leaves up the top there. I don't know if you can see them. It's probably way too out of focus. But yeah, so I think, so if I look at it that way, ooh, again, the white picks up like the little distinctions of colors, but they pop so much on the black. I don't know. How do you pick? Ooh, you think the previous set would look pretty on a lavender or lilac color? Ooh, it would. It would look gorgeous. It would look absolutely stunning. It's like, oh, it's like this side is dramatic pops of colors. This one, on the white, you get more subtlety, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have a hard time deciding. It's so pretty. So pretty. So again, that's the blue, purple, and this gold autumnal one. And that one was from a listing that had multiple. You'll need some tiny scissors to cut them apart. Yes, they do. They are relatively busy for sure. So this is much more of like maybe an X-Acto knife, or like you say, a tiny pair of craft scissors, for sure. You were so right, Mom Maggie. Okay. Next thing I got was a pack of steampunk stickers because they were 99 cents. And I was like, how do I say no to 50 steampunk? Elizabeth says, hi, those are especially pretty against the black. That's what I always think. They're so stunning against the black. And I don't know how I'm going to choose as to like which one they go against. Like this one, I think because of the greens and the silvers would look better on the white. But some of the others they're so daggum pretty against the black. But like they had a pack of, okay, come on. Are you going to focus? I need to find the distance where it's going to focus. Apparently here, which is normally good, right? Normally very good. But they had a pack of steampunk stickers for 99 cents. And I was like, well, I can't say no to that. Ooh, look at the unicorn with all its gears. That's cool. I wish it would focus. I wish it would focus. Let's see if I can get it to, yeah. So I'm just apparently going to have to hold it up here. Some fairies. Some more hearts. Some sewing machines, which I think are cool. Ooh, and a little locomotive bicycle. I'm not sure how that would work. But yeah, so just steampunk. You got a little steampunk rabbit in a BDSM harness. All kinds of things. Ooh, here's a dragonfly that's cool. Yeah. So again, just like another pack of 50 stickers. So between the dragons and the steampunk, I'm now up 100 stickers. But that's not all I bought. So, we'll just keep a running tally of the number of stickers, not inside the sticker packs because I don't know how to mentally add those all together. But yeah, so I got a pack of 50 steampunk stickers. Mom Maggie says, I think the autumny ones would look good on cream paper. Ooh, I do have some cream paper. Do we want to test that real quick? Just a second. Make sure I'm not going to trip over any wires. So I've got a cream paper. Let's test that real quick. Okay, here's one of the autumn ones. Ooh, that does look really good. The greens pop a whole lot on that. See if I can get it more in the shadow, I guess. So maybe here we have the distinction between the colors. See if I can get it to, yeah. So here's what it looks like on cream, on white, and on black. So pretty. Mama Maggie loves the gears. Yes. That's one of the reasons why I think I saw they had a crow with a top hat and some gears, and I was sold. I was like, yes, please. Okay, the next thing, since I just did a sticker pack. Next thing is another sticker pack. Again, 50 pieces. It seems to be relatively the most common number of stickers. If you get like just like the loose pack of stickers, it's 50. I've seen more, but 50 is sort of the usual. So I've got, again, these are supposed to be Chinese inspired culture pictures, for whatever that means. But I really loved the sort of color palettes that they had, because the color palette is relatively consistent across this particular, got lots of butterflies. But I loved the color palette for this particular set because it was, that's not a duplicate, but it's close to a duplicate. So the same tones of color are in this one as are in the butterfly and the goldfish, the koi. So again, not a direct duplicate, but very close. So lots of butterflies and moths, some different kois. That one's cool. That one looks more of what I would say I've seen from sort of like Persian, like ancient Persian illustrations inspired, rather than like at the Far East, if that makes sense. Look at that one. Chunky little. But the detailed bird it's pretty cool. So lots of, there's a stringed instrument. And here we've got a moon with the lantern suspended, which I believe is more of like an Islamic typical thing. So this is sort of like a blend of cultures. I wouldn't say this is necessarily just Chinese inspired. And here we've got one that looks like almost like a dream catcher with a mandala in the middle. But I really like the more consistent color palette, because when you get the dragons or the steampunk or whatnot, the colors can run a little inconsistent across most of the stickers, but these are pretty consistent in terms of like they all have some sort of the same shade of black, the same shades of bluey green, teal, and like close to the same shade of red in pretty much all of them. They all have at least a little bit of that. So I enjoy the consistency on that. So that's that pack. When you start playing with them, they expand in size a whole lot, don't they? It's a grump koi. Yes, it looks like a sitar. It does look like a sitar. You're right. You're right. I was trying to remember the name of it and I couldn't remember. Thank you. So there's that pack, which I'm not sure is going to fit back in here. Okay. And then since we talked about the gold foiling, I bought I bought a pack of literally just what they called seals. They called them Bujo seals. Those look almost Hindi or Pashto. Yeah, so it's definitely more of a mixture of cultures rather than just Chinese inspired. So I think that's probably a bonus. Yeah, these show up way better on the black. You've got some that are just stars and some that are, and I know there's some repeats of these. This pack that I bought is the gold. So the sticky side will be underneath, and then when you flip it over, the gold will be showing. They did have a laser silver, is what they called, which I think, in all honesty, is what that looks like. So I think they make them with gold on one side, silver on the other, and they just run the adhesive on with, one or the other side. So if you like the laser silver side, if you like that better than you like the gold, they have this option as well. So, but yeah. So some of these are more just geometric. Some of them are like moon and cloud. Ooh, I just messed the focus up there. But yeah, so I really liked those, but they pop real good on the black. So, or on the darker colors. So we're going to have to play with doing some blackout journal spreads, or at least maybe some blackout task bars, so that then I can also play with my like jelly roll pins that are supposed to be really good on black paper. So there's that. It's just a pack of those circular seals. And then the other circular thing I got from Temu is this key ring. And I have a hard time sometimes choosing colors that go with each other. So this, like, the complementary colors I know, because, that's relatively easy. But if you're doing like a triad of colors that look good together, that's what these smaller windows are for. And I know there's a digital website that Charlie, C.E. Dorset, talked about, and that will give you more extensive information than this. But if I'm just looking for 3 colors that are going to look good together in my Bujo, this was what I wanted to try and play with. So I got that. I don't know how useful it will be, but I got it. And then we have tweezers. I just got a pack of 2 little tweezers for craft things, because sometimes I have a hard time picking up the stickers. I'm going to be honest. Even with my nails, sometimes it's hard to get PET tape to to separate. And then I got an A5 sized cutting mat. I have a larger cutting mat, but I wanted something more compact, because I don't want to always have to clear off my entire desk to be able to use my larger cutting mat. So I decided to get a smaller one and see how I like that. So I got an A5 because typically what I work with in my Bujo is an A5. So that's why I got that. But those are kind of boring. They're not as pretty in terms of purchases. But yeah, that's that. Then we have these windows. I have a small pack and a big pack. The small pack, I'm going to be honest, are smaller than I thought they were going to be. But these are all a sort of like blue-green color palette. Stained glass, because I'm apparently in a stained glass window obsession period of my life. Looking at these, I'm kind of suspicious that these might be done with AI art. I'm not sure. Like, I mean, they are definitely something that are very cool and that someone could make if they spent a lot of time. But for the amount that they are selling them for, I have a sneaking suspicion they might be done with AI. Maybe. But I like them. I like them. And they can focusing over here again. There we go. So this is just variations of windows, stained glass windows. Some with flowers, some with vines. But these are all a green theme. They had other color packs, but I wanted a green theme, sort of like emeraldy colored. But anyway, there's 50 of those, I think. Either 30 or 50. Not real sure. This doesn't feel like 50 though. So I'll have to go back and look at the listing to see if it's actually, because I don't want to sit there and count it. What does it say on here? Does it say? No, it doesn't. 20 pieces. Okay, it says there are 20 pieces. Okay, so there's 20 of these rather than 50. Okay. That makes more sense. So I was like, these feel not as chunky as the bunches of dragons and things. Okay, these ones, I'm going to be honest, are way bigger than I thought. Here's the designs. This was supposed to sort of like galaxy and or sky out the window. And it says there are 10 pieces. Oh, okay. The world by the window. Shining Star River is also on there for whatever reason. Okay, how do I... We're just ripping it, I guess. Oh, we didn't need to. There's still a fold there. Oh well. Did it now. Okay. Okay, so my question now, though, is they were saying that it was for, like, bottles and laptops and things. But then they also said, like, decal. And so now I'm, like, kind of paranoid that maybe they are, like, putting them on the window type stickers and not like PET. Okay, now I'm gonna, so this is what I'm talking about when I mean like I sometimes have trouble getting them to cooperate. Okay, they are 2 layered, which means they are stickered. Okay, good. If I can do it again, I'll be... Yes. Okay. So they are sticky, and it does have a sticky side and a clear plastic. Okay. Now I don't have to worry. So these are, in fact, ginormous stickers. Way, way bigger than I thought they were going to be, though. Now I'm going to have to rethink this. Look at the size of these compared to like A5. Like that takes up an entire... Wow, it takes up a lot of space. Okay, so these would be more suited, I'm just going to say, to either like a cover page. So if you wanted to do a cover page for like your month, or if you have a B5, I think that's the bigger size. If you have a bigger notebook, this might be for your notebook that is a much larger size journal-wise. Your laptop, again, would be a great choice. Maybe some of the ginormous canister water bottles, but these are way, way bigger than I thought they were going to be. they're still gorgeous. They're still fantastic. And like color wise, stunning, absolutely beautiful. I think I do like them on the lighter background rather than the dark. I think the dark loses some of their vibrancy a little bit. But man, those are big. I did not, I really didn't anticipate how big those would be. Okay, now I've got to rethink how I was going to do those. But yeah, those are massive. They would have to be sticky to go in bottles. Or yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I was like, I hope these are not just static cling. But yeah, no, they are stickers. They're big, big stickers. What am I going to do with those? Okay. Laptop gets decorated. What else gets decorated? Do I have a ginormous bottle of... I have some water bottles, but like they're more for like working out in the yard rather than just carrying around. So I don't know if I would want to get them super messy. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. But these, if you like them, are much larger than I had anticipated. And I'm sure, I think they had some, did they have measurements on there? I don't know. To be honest, I did not look at most measurements for the stickers because I was like, oh, they're stickers. They'll be fine. So make sure you look at the measurements if you have something specific in mind. Or if you just want to use them for your journal and don't want to be surprised. Oh, it's coming out the side. Okay, we're going to set that off so that, okay, that's it for Temu. That is it for Temu. So I got all of those things that we have shared from Temu. So all of that, all of these sticker packs, the triadic color wheel, the mat, and the tweezers, all of that was from Temu. All right, let's move this off so I can then do the Journalsay stuff, which is in the box. All right, give me just a moment. I want to make sure I have enough room to move things around. Okay. All right, so Journalsay. Again, I had not ordered from them before, but a lot of the supplies that were on Journalsay were also on Temu. Not all of them. And sometimes the price would be slightly different. Or one of the things I did buy from Journalsay, they normally would have like the full colorway available. But if they were out of the full colorway, so like the blue, purple, pink, and lavender or whatever, I think I said purple twice, they wouldn't have the full option, but then they would be sold out of like the lavender. Temu would have the lavender. So there was one purchase I made from Temu that actually stuck in here because had it been an option, I would have bought the full colorway. So just FYI. Okay, so here we go. Here is the box. They gave me the option of a freebie, and I picked another sticker pack. I thought about getting a memo pad, but I was like, I don't really use memo pads a whole lot. So they gave me a blank card, and then they gave me a sticker pack of cats on a windowsill, which I'm not mad about that. But just like they do give you a random stationery item that you have to add to your cart as a freebie. And you pick between like stationery, between memo pad, stickers, and I think one other thing. Might have been a washi tape. But I picked a sticker pack, and because that was apparently what I've been into recently, is just sticker packs for the most part. So they gave you the blank card with an apple, best wishes. I guess they know it's back to school time. And that some of these might be back to school wishes, or back to school gifts for kids or teachers. So there's that. And then the freebie, which I saw the cats and I was like, I don't remember ordering any cats. They're cute, but I don't remember ordering any of them. So again, it's very obvious that it's coming from overseas. So they're coming from the same place, pretty much, whether or not you're ordering from Journalsay or Temu. So if that bothers you, then I'm not really sure what to say about it. See, these were the size that I thought those other windows were going to be. I thought they were going to be more of this size, because this size can actually go in my journal and like not feel super obnoxiously big. So like this is slightly more appropriate size. It still feels big, but it is more appropriate, if that makes sense. Okay. Now, it says this is window and cat, but where's the cat in here? I don't see a cat on that one. Is there supposed to be a cat on every one? There's a repeat of that design. Here's a second design, but I still don't see a cat on there. So apparently cats are not on every windowsill. Here's one on this one, though. And it's a cute little kitty. Here's the second kitty. I like that one. That one's so cute. Okay. Oh, and here's a smaller one. So this is smaller compared to the others. Has almost a wreath, a round wreath situation. Then we have a couple of just floral elements. Okay. Here's another kitty. Focus. There we go. Look at this one. Wearing a flower crown. Oh, look at the fluffy chest. So cute. That one definitely looks like a kitten rather than a full-grown cat. Here's this one. So I'm sure they sell this as well. Here's another floral element, but it's slightly pink instead of just white. Here's another floral. And another floral. Okay, so for one that says it's window cat, it has a lot of floral elements and a couple of windows without cats. Here's another window without cats, and that's the last design. But yeah, so these look decent on black, but I think they look better on the white or maybe the cream paper. But there's the freebie, which that's a pretty good quality freebie. I'm not going to lie. That was more than I expected in terms of like, I thought maybe they were going to toss in the like ones that maybe nobody wanted. But I think people would want this one. So that's a pretty good set. I'm going to put the sleeve. Unknown. Okay. There it is. I was like, how do I keep these together if I've lost the sleeve? Looks like tea roses. Good point. Good point. There might be tea roses. But nary a teapot in sight, though. But they are cute. Let's see if I can get this back in or not. Well, the sticky on the back is preventing me. It's trying. Anyway, we're going to get it. Well, all the stickers are falling in. So that's at least something, right? I'll just keep the stickers in there and toss the card. Okay. Here's an example of one that I did the full colorway. So they had what they call the Chasing Dream Star, but they looked kind of like jeweled dream catchers in a way. They have 6 colors. They have a blue, a black and gold, a green, reddish, purple, and blue. Did we get blue twice? No, we got 2. So one's more of like a tealy blue, and one is more of a dark blue. I'm not sure how to describe the differences between those, but yeah. So this is the full color range. I did get the full color range because sometimes it was slightly cheaper to buy the full color range than it was to buy the individual packs. If I didn't just want the red one, it would be maybe slightly more to buy like the 5 remaining. But anyway, so these have, I'm trying to remember how many each of these has. I think it's only 10. 3 designs, 6. Okay, so 2 each of 3 designs. Yeah. Okay. So these are bigger stickers again. Again, I was not sure about the size of these, and they are definitely bigger than I thought they would be. Having trouble getting them out. Okay. So let's look at the green one. And these are holographic in that they have, some of them are holographic. I can't remember if all of them are or not. Maybe that was the difference between the blues, is one is holographic and one is not. Okay, so again, sort of that dangly geometric. So 2, yeah, okay, there's the holographic. Let's see if I can get the, there we go. Can you see the holographic shapes on there? So these, I think all of these are supposed to be that holographic. Here's one that looks almost like a compass rose in the middle. Yeah. So that's what they look like on the white design, or on the white. And then here's the one that was the moon and star, and that's what it looks like on black. So that looks pretty good. If I go to the cream, that also looks pretty good. And so, yeah, on colored paper, it looks pretty good as well. So depending on what variety of colored paper you have, you may want to play with that. So again, 6 designs for each of, 6 stickers, 3 designs. Let me see how big in terms of an A5. In terms of an A5, again, this might be more of like the centerpiece for your monthly cover page, or maybe more of like laptop sticker or ginormous water bottle sticker, because these are, again, very much larger than I anticipated. 95 by 140 millimeters is what it says. And I don't know if that's the backing card or the actual sticker. So if you are more familiar with the metric system, maybe that means something more to you. But yeah, so there's the green. This is the sort of blackish, blue black. No, maybe I should just. It doesn't do the doesn't do the card or the pictures justice. It just doesn't. Okay, so this is black, blue, and gold is what that looks like. So there it is on white. Same one on black. This one doesn't show up on the black as well. Let me make sure I've got it on the, yeah. So this one in particular, I think shows up better on the lighter colored paper. Here's the next one. This one, I think, has more hollow shapes in it. So maybe it looks a little busier. And then here's sort of like a almost horned moon situation. It's kind of hard to see with the glare from the overhead. Here we go. And there's that one on black. I probably ought to just put all these in like the same bag or something. Here's one that is more of a silver and gold look. Okay, so here's the first one of those. I do like that sort of two-toned metallic look. That looks really cool. Here's the same one on black. Ooh. Which one do you like better out of those? Here it is on... No. Can't see it. Can't see it for the glare. I think I like it better on the white paper than on the cream. But I am not sure if I like it better on the white or the black. Here's the next design. Ooh, I'm thinking I'm leaning for this one more on the white. I think the gold and the silver sort of blend a little bit there for that particular design. And then here's the last. Interesting. I think I like the drama of this one on black, but I think I prefer the white paper or the lighter paper underneath for the others. Although it still looks really cool on white. You think you like it on the cream best? Well, the fun thing is we can do whatever we want with the bujos and everything. That's the one thing that is great about personalized journals, is that you finally get the chance to like do how you want it to be done. Here's the bright blue. You like the black the least for that set. Okay. Here's the first blue. Ooh. Okay, hang on. I'll be right back. Let me see if I think I have a silver paper somewhere. Yes. Okay. Well, it's at least gray. Say this one's sort of like a gray cream. Interesting. I'm not sure. I think it looks better on a lighter background. I'm just not sure this is the right What does it look like on the cream? On the sort of more yellowy cream. Ooh. I do. This pops a whole lot more. I think I like this one on the cream better. Those are pretty. Here's another one. And then here's the last one. Ooh, it's so hard. I do like the floral details on this one though. That one's fun. But do you like it on the cream or do you like it on the white? I think I like this one on the white, but I kind of like this one on the cream better. So many choices. Then we have the purple and the red left of this set. Let's get this out of the way for the moment. Okay. Here's the purple. Yeah, I think the purple needs a lighter color again. I don't know. Does the sort of yellowness of this creamer paper, does that sort of negate the gold in the be better if it would be the gray one maybe? I think it pops more on the more gray. I don't know. It's hard to tell. There's that one. And then the last one is one with the star. And this one, it looks like it has almost like a drop of ink on it. But they both of those have it. So I don't know if it's a like intentional look like alcohol ink painting type of stylized or what. Okay, so that's the purple one. And then we have the red. Purple is hard. Maybe on a blush paper. Do I have a blush paper? Let's see. What do I have? Okay, let me try this one then. It's all the cardboard or cardstock paper I've hoarded over the years. Let's see. I've got two other blue-gray options that are metallic. Okay, I've got a silver and a blue silver. Ooh, the sort of bluey silver makes that blue pop a whole lot more with the purple. So that could be an option too. In fact, I think I do like that a whole lot. So you could pick up the blues by doing that. Or you could, as you said, if you have a blush pink paper, like Mama Maggie says, you could go with that. the silver fades it out. I think I would agree with that. This one fades it out for sure. But here's one of the blue ones. Compared to on the blue silver. Versus the cream, this sort of yellow cream. So there are definitely options that will make it sort of like pop and have a whole lot of, I suspect this next one is probably going to look pretty darn good on the cream. Because this one is the red. So I have a feeling this one will pop a great deal. Yeah, that looks really good. So here's on the cream. Here's on white. Or on black. I think I like the cream. But again, I sometimes have a hard time deciding because I don't know if the cream sort of fades the gold out a little too much for my tastes. But I like the way that sits on the cream. There's that. And there's those. So that's the last of the ginormous PET Celestial. But yeah, I think I'm with Mama Maggie on this one, and that I like the cream paper. Which, have I turned it around somehow? I'm like did I have I don't know if I've swapped the papers or not. So apologies if I have and it's confusing. Okay, so sticking with the sort of like celestial moon theme, they had quite a few of these washi tapes, PET tapes really, that were, again, sort of like the celestial moon theme. And they had it, again, in multiple colorways. I think there were either 6 or 8 color options. I think they were close to 8, if I'm not mistaken, because I know there was a green. I know there was a red. So there's at least 6. I may have gotten the other 2. I may just have gotten 4 out of 6 instead of 4 out of 8. So these, I think, could go well with these other, like, sort of celestial cool stickers. Let's see if I can. No. We're going to have to resort to stabbing with this scissors. Apologies for the sound. Probably should have warned you before. Probably should have warned you before. Okay. Let's see if I can maybe pull this seam to where I can use it again, the tape again later. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, so this one is the white and gold. Of course. Okay, let's see if I can find where the repeat is. Yeah, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have 7 moons before the repeat. So that is your full span of moons. So again, apologies for leaving the sticker on there, but I'm going to try and reseal it. So again, this has sort of like the holographic holographic on there. And again, seven moons before the repeat. So I suspect that is going to be the case for all of these, since they are the same series. So that's the white and gold. And then there is a silver and gold, a blue and gold, and a black and gold. Let me just go ahead and do all of these so that I don't have to keep reaching for the scissors. Uh-oh. It stopped clicking on me. Okay, this one is the silver. Then we have the blue. Try and keep them in the same order as I said. And not have it stick to my fingers would be great. And then the black. Okay, now we have to peel the seam. There's no way to figure out when you're covering the seam, it seems like there's no way to figure out which way to peel the tape so that you have the correct side. Excellent, I did have the correct side. Okay, so with this one, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, 7 designs. And again, I think that looks really good on both the white and the cream. So there's there we go. Maybe that's more in focus. Again, lots of the little details that you could cut out and use as individual stickers. So that's the silver and gold, I think. How was I describing it? I was describing it poorly. So this one is this one is gold with gold. This one is silver with gold. Now we get to the blue and gold. They are really pretty, Mom Maggie. I'm very pleased with these. They are as pretty in real life as they are in the photos online, which is great. Okay, this one I missed and did the wrong way. So here's the full span again. Have this one that of course the tape is covering the like halfway across one. That's the one what it looks like. But lots of stars to cut out or use as is. The holographic sort of flash in there. I'm trying to figure out which way my camera and whatnot are going. So very cool. That's the blue and gold of the washi tapes or PET tapes. I keep calling them just all of the ones that come in a roll washi tapes. Like even if they are PET, my brain says if it comes in a roll, it's a washi tape. And then the last one of the rolls is the black and gold. And again, I missed on that. Okay, so there is the 7 designs again. Ooh, that one's kind of cool in the middle there with the sun flares. There's a texture to that almost. It's really cool. I don't know how to show that texture on. Ooh, there's another one right there that has sort of like that flare texture. So some of them all seem to be mostly crescent moons, but some of them seem to have a range of full to waxing. Yeah, I like those. Those are cool. Okay, so that's the rolls of PET tape / washi tape. That one does kind of look like water. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. All right, let's do some that are singular. So I bought this set pack, which is it's essentially just typewriters and like writing implements with gold foiling. So it's black, white, and gold. And they had other themes. So like one of the themes was like music. They had music instruments. So only one of the themes for this listing was writing. So here's a typewriter and flowers on white, on gold, and then let's try it on the black. Ooh, that looks really good on the black. I like that. So that's a repeat. This one is a slightly different, and you get 2 of that one. Then we have the feather pens. We have a different typewriter. So far we have 1, 2, 3 typewriters. Here's a slightly different feather pen. Our 4th typewriter. Our 5th typewriter. 6th typewriter. Then we have a feather pen and scroll. And then we have another one that is a feather pen and an ink jar with scroll work behind it. So you get 6 typewriters and 4 feather pens. Yes, very dramatic on the black. I like it on the black better than I like it on the white or the cream. So again, that was the Stars in the Night Sky set, but they were they had themed packs rather than color packs. They were all the gold foiling, but some of them was music, some of it was like hearts. So you have options, but only one option is the writing adjacent. Okay, those are back in the bag. All right, now these 2 are supposed to be washi sheets. So these are supposed to be sticky, but they're like scrapbooking paper type. They're also holographic, which I did not realize. These were from the listing that was titled like Sky City. Oh, yeah, they're very holographic. Okay. And I think you only get 5 of these per pack. So I think there's only 5 designs. But this one is sort of like a tree silhouette in the clouds. Then a horizon, sea and clouds. Here's another one of the tree. I think that's the same one, but I could be wrong. Oop. Slightly different. Then you have one of the, okay, so you have 3 trees. 3 trees and a city and then a horizon. But these are also very large. Yes. So again, for reference, here is the A5. And this takes up, I think, even more than the window stickers that we were so shocked about how big they were. So again, these would be like definitely used maybe for a cutout window or for a like a cover page. But these are for scrapbooking style pages. But they're gorgeous, but they are definitely much larger than. And I wasn't sure. Again, this is one of the things that I was like, oh, these are pretty, and they're like full page washi stickers. Okay, let me try them. I didn't really look at the size of them, so it's like not A5. What is that? Where's my ruler? Somewhere. So it is just under 4 inches wide and 5.5 tall. So 4 by 5.5 inches. So there's that one. And then the other one is a more like a deeper blue, I think, color option. The tree is reversed. It feels, yeah, it may be reversed. It may just be. They look slightly different. Or maybe they're in like slightly different positions. But yeah, here's the third tree. So they are very similar from that first pack. Then we have the second of the quote-unquote Sky City listings. This one I think might have been more water themed. Yeah. So here's one with the horizon, and it's got maybe a lighthouse in the distance. So shove that one off to the side. Here's one that is definitely water themed. Got boats. Here's one that is very, very similar. Just no boats down in the water. Here's one that has a tree and the moon. And then here's one with. So this one has more of the moon in every shot. So there you go. Also holographic. They're very textured too. How do I show you okay. So there's shine there, and then there's a gap where it's matte, and then maybe okay. It's kind of hard to show. There we go. Okay. See the difference where it's shiny versus not? They are all very textured like that. So if you don't love that texture, then maybe these are not something that you would love, if that makes sense. Okay. Now I think we might be down to the just color sets of things. Maybe. Close to. Okay. Let's see if we can sort these according to theme. Yeah. Okay. I think. Okay, this is the only singleton that doesn't have an appropriate theme. This one was just aspen trees, and I loved them. And I was like, I should have these to go with some of the other autumnal colors that I'm going to be using. So again, with the holographic, there it is on white. There it is on black. And here is one on cream. I like it on the cream. I really do. Oops, I just dropped one. I'll find it later. So they had other trees in the same listing, but none of the others were the autumnal colors. But I think I like this one best on cream. So yeah, there's that. Let me see if I can find the lost aspen. So there's, how many of these are there? There are 5 designs to each, so 10 stickers in that pack. And they are different sizes. So you have ones that are small, ones that are big. And I'm sure some medium ones in there too. But here's the different design clusters. 5 different designs. They had several that were like green trees, like oaks and whatnot. And then they had some that were like rainbow purple. But these, I just love the aspen trees. So I went with that. If they had aspen and ginkgo, those would be great as sort of like yellow gold options. But yeah. Okay. Now let's check in with the magic potions because I bought quite a few. So this one, they had an additional 1 or 2. I think they had 2 other color options. This one, the purple, was the one that they were sold out of. So I had to get this particular one off of Temu. But it was the same price as the individuals on Journalsay. So if this series in particular is sold out on Journalsay, Temu is an option for the individuals. And then they had a different listing on Journalsay for a different magic potion bottle. Let me just double check and make sure I don't have any other potions. I think we are good in terms of that. Okay. So this one, I really loved all of them. The pink one, the pinky red one, I was not as enamored of, so I decided that I would buy just the individuals for this. But you can see there are a wealth of designs. There are 20 pieces total. Yeah, so each of these designs has 2 stickers, so you get double of whichever stickers. Let's turn these around again so they're correct side for y'all. I think that one's the same one. Is that one? That one? Yes. Okay. Here's the one with the twine around the top. Here's multiple tops. Here's that one. It's like a puzzle piece. You're trying to figure out which ones go together. And you're doing it upside down. There we go. Okay, so those are the purple options. And they range from ones that have a little bit more yellow in them to ones that have more sort of like green tones because of more of the greenery, which I like. But I really liked the purple colorway. So I had to have it. Had to have it. This would look pretty on lilac paper. Would look really pretty on, let's try the blue toned silver. Let's try that. See how it would look. I'm not as in love with that one as I thought it would be. I was hoping that there would be enough blue in there to really make it a little bit poppier, but I think it just kind of grays it out. So I'm not as much of a fan on that on this particular cooler gray. So I think you would have to go something that would be lilac or blush rather than just a blue silver. So the more you know. I'm glad I at least have some color options to look at them on. Okay, here's the blue, the small blue colorway. Okay, well, that one didn't want to come out. Here's that one on black and on white. Cream, or no, sorry, blue silver. I do kind of like that one on blue silver, but again, I think it kind of dulls it out a little bit. And then there's on cream. I think I like these two best, but again, up to personal preference. So we have the two in the packet, and then we've got this one's got all kinds of flowers crawling up it, which is kind of fun. Well, here's one that has blue and purple. That one's a little bit more purpley gray. So there's your, besides the ones that are stuck in here, there are your options for the blue. Just realizing I have not taken a sip of anything since we started, so cheers. They would look very pretty on watercolor pages. Do I have? Where do I have it? Yes, I do. Hang on. We can try it with the. I've got a book that has like little painted watercolor scenes and things. So that could look fun, but let's try on there. Here's the green colorway. They don't want to all come out. They want to stick in the package. There we go. Okay, so here's what the green would look like on sort of like a blush watercolor. Let's see if we've got some more purpley. We have a here's like a blue green. So that's what it would look like kind of on a blue to green watercolor. Hard to see with the glare. There we go. So yeah, I really ought to just like cut some of these papers out and use them with use them with my journaling too. But anyway, there's that. It's a good idea, Mom Maggie, to look at them under watercolor splashes. So there's some of them on white. They are a little less dramatic than you would hope under or on top of the black. Here's what they look like on cream. And here's what they look like on that bluish silver paper. Again, it's kind of hard to, sorry about the shadows and the glares and everything. I think for drama, if you're going for like wanting them to stand out, white paper is very good. The cool toned silver sort of brings some of the greens down, mutes them a little bit, I think, in my opinion. The black is, I think, not as good of an option because it sort of like sucks up all the color. The cream is pretty good. But I think if you want the drama pop, the white is going to be the most poppy of all poppies. It doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. This one is much more sizable compared to like some of the others in terms of like sticker size. But this one, so I think this one is the biggest out of them. So the biggest out of this one, if you're looking at an A5 size paper, would only run you about that size. So it would look pretty, it would look good as a focal point in the corner. It would not take up necessarily like, you know, a huge amount of space, but it would definitely be a focal point in the corner. Just in case you wanted a comparison of how it looks on the A5. Let's see. So that's the green set. Then we have the gold / autumnal colors. I tried to sort most of what I was buying as things that I think I could use or would want to use. And I wound up buying greens, blues, and purples the most, and then followed by sort of like gold and yellow. And then I did not buy a whole lot that has pink. A few things that are red, but most of what I purchased, oops, green escaped, fell into the blue, green, purple color. So here's the design elements for, and this one has a little bit more red in it, which is why I called it sort of like autumnal. So again, here it is on white. Here's the same one on black. This one pops a little bit more on the black because of the gold undertones of it. I expect this will look really good on the cream. Yeah. That's what that looks like on the cream. And I don't think this is going to look great. It might look okay, but here it is on the silver metallic. I think I like the cream better. And let's see. Here it is on sort of like a much lighter gray, like less blue toned. So I think I prefer the lighter color of the grays, the less blue toned, but I still think, yeah, I think the cream looks the best on this one, actually. Cream or white, although the black looks really good too, but I think cream or white on this one is going to look better. Some of these are sticking together a little bit, just FYI, so maybe they didn't get fully like cut from each other type of feeling. Like they're not sticking, like I will be able to use them, so it's not going to be a deterrent in terms of that. Oh, look at that. That looks like honey in a jar. Look how cool that looks. I know it's supposed to be more like chamomile tea, but like look how pretty that looks. I can't wait to use some of these. These I think will look really good with like the aspens in terms of colorways. I think it would also look pretty on a blue tone because of the gold in there. Let's see if we can find one of the blue tone. This one's blue and purple. So this one is more one of the more orangey ones. Let's look at the honey. So there's what it looks like on blue and purple, which it does stand out quite a bit. Let's see if there's a, here's the like more peachy purple or pinky purple, which that looks really good too because of the purples in the shadow. I'm glad you said something about watercolor splash, Mama Maggie, because those look really good as an option. So here's the, oh, I'm like putting them off to the side where you can't see them. I need to tell me when you can't see them. But yeah, so there they are. And I think they do look best either on the cream or the white because of the drama of them. But they do look really good under the watercolor. Mom Maggie is correct about that. And the fun thing about the watercolor is you can make your own in terms of like, if you just want a splash of blue on there, you can just put blue watercolor in your notebook, as long as your notebook is like, you know, decent paper. Okay, now the last of the mana potions. There are 10 designs. If I think that's correct, but I think there might only be one of each. Okay. This one's got sort of like a, oh, these are again bigger than I expected. Okay. Okay. Oh, and they've taped them in somehow. What in the world? Okay. Chaotic. Yeah, they have just taped these in. So there may be a slight bit of adhesive onto one or two of these. Okay, yeah, they seem to be all different designs. Again, it's not standing out a huge amount on the black. But I do like the cream. Oops, I just unfocused it, didn't I? Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Apparently, it does not like when I move the papers. Okay, but I think like this one especially looks really good on the ones that are more blue, like true blue with the gold. Those look great on the cream paper. Great. What do they look like with the bluish silver? Here's what they look like with the bluish silver or bluish gray, which looks pretty good, but I think I prefer the cream paper over the bluish gray. The white, though, again, I keep going back to how pretty the white looks. How stinking cool. Look at that. That's great. Okay, let me find one of the, I really ought to just leave it open to one of these. Here's, again, let me flip it around where you can see it. Here's what that would look like against a sort of pink watercolor background, which looks pretty good. The contrast in the pink. Here's another that's like straight pink, sort of almost blush in the background. Love that. Here's a purpley, which also looks really cool, but I think less cool in terms of like less dramatic. I think the pink blush, pink and purple blush looks really good. But I do, let's check. I think this one might be the biggest in terms of size. Let's check and see. Okay, so again, here's the A5 typical notebook size. That's big. That it's not, it might be almost the same size as those big window decals, stickers. So like that's pretty big. The smallest of them is still relatively sizable. So these again might be more of like focal points, dramatic focal points, or again, they might be more suitable if you have a larger notebook or are working with a larger notebook for, say, like planning or brainstorming your stories, or for your laptop or whatever. So again, that's the Mana Potion in, can't remember what color, if this was like the blue or the green. I think this was the blue in terms of like what it was listed as. So there's that. Again, they had like either 4 or 6 colorway options. But this one was the one that I really liked because I liked the sort of plant aspect that went with it. I know the red one had more like hearts, and so it looked more like a love potion type. So if you were planning to do one, around Valentine's or something like that, that might be a good option. But yeah. Okay, so next. Okay, here's another one that I bought several of the colorway, but I think they sent me accidentally 2 of the same, because I know I bought the purple, I know I bought the gold, I know I bought the black, but I thought I bought a blue as well. But these 2 are the same one, so I don't know if I flubbed or they flubbed, but I have a duplicate of this black and white flower situation. So this one I only have to open one of. Yay! Again, these are kind of more sizable than I anticipated. Like, that's relatively large. The flowers stand out more on the black paper, but it is definitely like the moon itself disappears if you have it on the darker paper. Here's the cream. It looks good against the cream for sure. So there's it against the cream. Because of the holographicness, the black is not as black as I kind of anticipated it would be. So there is that. It's more of a charcoal. Definitely more of a charcoal. There are 2 of each design. So you get 1 repetition of each. So there's that. So I have essentially 2 of that pack. So I have 4 of each. So that's the black one of the colorway. The autumn. Let's do the autumn one. The sort of gold autumn. And I'm pretty sure this is going to look really good against the cream paper again. Yeah, again, this is kind of more like the colors are slightly more muted than I anticipated it would be. That looks really good against the black paper. Here's it on cream. Do you see what I mean about like some of the holographic sort of like the layering over it kind of mutes the vibrancy of the color? It still looks gorgeous, but it's like not quite as vibrant as I kind of wanted it to be. The vibrancy shows up a little bit more on the white, but like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, Mom Maggie says the cream fades out the yellow a little bit too much on this one. I still think it looks good. It picks up the greens a little bit more than the black does. So like in terms of, I think both the white and the black are are really good in terms of like picking up. The black picks up the gold a little bit more. The white picks out the green a little bit more. And the yellows look a little bit more yellow because of the white underneath it. What does it look like under? So if you had like a purple underneath, that would look pretty good. Here's one that's a little bit more blue toned. I think I like the purple underneath it a little bit more. But there you go. That's what it would look like underneath the watercolor, or over the watercolor, excuse me. So this one did not look quite as good on the cream paper as I thought it would. It does look still good, but yeah. Okay, and then one more of the Celestial Moon flower situations. Shadow Moon, I think is what that listing was called, was Shadow Moon and Flowers. So here's the purple designs. Again, since this one has the darker moon, I expect it's going to fade out a little bit on top of the black. Ooh, that looks really stunning against the white. Ooh, it looks really pretty on the cream too. What about the blue? Bluey silver. Ooh, let's cover the... what do you think? White, black, cream, or bluey silver? I think this one, the black, I think the moon fades out a little too much. I do like the cream. I also like the... I really like this one. I think it's picking up the blues and the purple. I think that looks pretty. Either way, they are all fun options. So I can keep the glare from popping on the screen there. And then if you wanted to put these on top of a... I don't love it on the... I think that's a little too similarly colored. Let's see if we can find the... Here's a green, which contrasts it a little bit more. Here's a pink. I think it looks pretty good under the pinky peach. Yeah. So you think it depends on the sticker design with these. Yeah, some of these, the moons or the flowers are like more, lean more towards the cool purple. Some of them lean more towards the warm purple. So it could depend on the individual sticker. You are correct. Okay, so the next thing I have, this one again is sort of like a disjointed set in terms of I was trying to find a whole bunch of different lanterns. Again, I was like on the hunt for a lantern theme, which is why some of the Chinese inspired sticker designs had lanterns all over them. And then some of them I liked the dark lantern design from a different set. So that's why there are two that are dark sets. But yeah, so these three were part of the same set, and this one was from a different listing. Just FYI. But again, green, blue, and sort of goldy colored. This one has 5 designs, 2 each, 10 stickers total. Mama, you liked the blue silver and the pink watercolor. 90 degrees Fahrenheit. 35% humidity, and it smells like Christmas outside with smoke drifting in. Yikes. Ooh, okay, so some of these, I think maybe the color fades out a little bit in the black. So I think this one is another one that's going to look good on lighter colored paper rather than, let's try the, that still looks like it's kind of faded out, doesn't it? Let's try on the cream. I like the ones that have more of the blue, like this color, royal blue and gold on the cream. But like this one, I don't know. Maybe it has too much of the foiling in terms of like the slick gloss. Maybe it's because it's picking up too much of the light. But I think that one looks way better on the white. I do like some of these. Like I think the ones with the more yellow in the lantern, like the brighter yellow, are going to look better on the cream. I think that's the same one. But I think some of these just look how much of the foiling, like you can see it here on the white where it's reflecting off of from the light. There's so much of this like high gloss on here. It's not, because some of it is holographic, but there's so much on there that's gloss that I think they have maybe overdone it in terms of the gloss. In terms of kind of like how much, I don't know. So these you may have to be careful if you don't want them to be like in a highly reflective spot, like maybe, you know, on your laptop cover or something. But what does this look like under some of the, that looks good on blue. Let's find a pinky. Yeah, it does look very good under the pink. So if you had like a pink blush or a purple, I think that would look really good and sort of like make the blues pop a little bit more from the contrast. So I think the next pack, which is also sort of like blues, is going to be the same story in terms of like, there's going to be some of them that will pop a little bit more on cream versus like a contrasting color underneath. So here's the next one, so that first one was more greens, more green vinery. And then we have this one, which is going to be more blues and butterflies, I think. Yeah, so that's what the same one looks like on cream versus, again, I need to move so the shadow is like, so it's not getting the high gloss. So there's those versus if I put it on the blue, I think that fades out a little. Fades the color of the lamp a little too much. And then this one looks really good under the black, but this one I think again sort of like does that weird fade out situation with the high gloss sort of like reflecting back what light there is. Again, I think it looks good under the cream. Here's like on a purple and pinky purple. That looks really good. I like that one. Here's more under a just like blush and pink. Again, I really like that. So I think this is going to look better again on under that contrasting color. rather than a similar color situation. So either go for the white or like a pale pinky purple situation. But there's a difference between those. So I think of these two, I prefer the white, and then I prefer the one with the blush and lavender. Okay. So that's the second of the 4 lantern packs. Okay, the last one in the same series as that for the lantern packs. This one is the black and gold. So again, we might have to change the color situation. So there's the contrast on, let's check the black, because this might look good on black, but it also might swallow the lantern in terms of, yeah, I think it's swallowing the lantern color. What about on the blue-gray? It looks okay, but I still think it's sort of like dulling down the color a little bit. So I think of the sort of like cardstock that we've been playing with, I think I like that one. But I think that one would work better because of this one I think works better when the white rose is part of it. I think it looks better on the cream in terms of white versus cream. But, oops. Let's see if we can find, I think this is going to look best under either purple or blue. Let's see if I can find a decent, I really should just put bookmarks. What do you think? Do you like it under the cream, or do you like it under the, over the cream or over the watercolor? I'm not, I haven't found one that makes me like, ooh, yeah, this is it. Here's under purple. I like that one better, I think, than the just like bluey ring. And then here's under sort of like a pink. Still not 100%. I think of them all, the white is sort of sticking with me a little bit more in terms of, that one might look good with a blue undertone. I'm not sure. But yeah, so there's the third of that series. Are we being more picky now that we've looked through so many of them? That might also be the case. We might just have looked through too many of them. But yeah, the purple looked better, but they don't just pop all the way. Yeah. Now these, I know that if we set them on the black, they are going to disappear. So I do not think the black is an option for this set. And this one is, how many pieces? I think 15 designs to each, so 30. Oops. Okay. And these have sort of like a color shift inside like they look like they're color shifting. So it's like more true to if you had slightly colored glass, and then like as the light dissipates from the candle, it would change. Okay, but these are definitely more dark, sort of gothic look in terms of, and so this one on cream paper, here it is, versus if you wanted to put it on white. Let's see if I can. Here we go. So I'm not, some of these I think will look better again, depending on which one, because this one is more lavender. So you may again have to just kind of like, depending on which sticker. This one has more gold in it because of the butterflies. More sort of like blue grays. Again, sort of lavender-esque. A little bit more red in there. Autumnal sort of butterfly colors. Here's this one again. Black roses. That kind of stuff. So again, very gothic, spooky season. These look really good under, or like with spooky season stuff, I think. And these are all relatively the same size. So comparing to an A5 notebook, again, that's what they would look like in the corner. And this is cream paper. So this is slightly cream paper. So if you have just kind of like a standard Bujo on slightly cream paper, that's what it would look like. But yeah, so that's the last of the lanterns. I can get this into a neat enough pile to, they're very goth, yes. There is a little bit of sort of like, yeah, smudge and smoke to the outside of each of the stickers. Let's see if I can find, some of them were doubled up, but are you gonna focus on? Yeah, some of them look a little bit more crisp, but some of them look definitely sort of like almost as if you're walking through fog. And I don't know if that was intentional or not. I would think that maybe like, you know, foggy mystery night out at the Haunted Mansion, fog might be a part of the aesthetic. So maybe it's intentional. I'm not real sure. Okay, 2 more sets of stuff. Do you want windows or do you want mushrooms first? Because I have both. And these are ones that I think I got the full colorway. Oh, plus there's an extra window in there. But this is the last of it. So would you like mushrooms or windows first? Mushrooms, says Mama Maggie. Okay, we will set the windows off to the side. So these are the full colorway of mushrooms. Because I was like, I must have them all. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so each of them have 10 designs. But I think that means they only have one of each. So yeah. Okay, let's start with the white mushrooms first, shall we? Set these off to the side. I know. I've been going for 2.5 hours. It's a haul for sure. Fungus among us. Okay, so these are sort of like white and cream mushrooms. So I think they would look good. Yes, they look good on the cream. They also look good on the white. Do they look good on the black? I'm sure they probably will. Let's see if we can get the full. Yeah, let's do it this way. Okay, so these the white ones look good on just about every color. This one is slightly more blue toned. So if you swapped it, perhaps it might not. Yeah, so I don't know. That looks good. So here's the same blue tone on the white. Looks less blue toned there. And here it is on the cream. So yeah, but I like all of them. I think this one is slightly less dramatic than I was expecting, the black. But it looks good with, it looks really good with the ones with more cream color. The white one, you can hardly see it, the cream on there. So maybe the white one is like the less desirable option in terms of this particular colorway. So there's the 10 stickers of the white toadstool variety. Mushroom toadstool. I'm not sure what the difference technically is between mushroom and toadstool. I should probably figure that out. But yeah. Okay, so let's reset these so I can do it again. Then we'll do let's do the slightly green pack. Man, they're falling out. Well, they're just all not wanting to. Okay, so these look like they're a lot busier than that first pack in terms of more in each sticker to attract your eye. So there it is on green, or I mean on cream, on white. Hang on just a second. Okay. Then here it is on black. And here it is on the blue silver. Ooh, that blue silver pops right there. Would it pop on the cream as much? A little bit, but yeah. So here's again more of the mushies. So I think the black pops a little bit more with this one, and I don't know if that's because there's more color changes, and so I don't know. I think the black popped a little bit more that time than the white. But I may be crazy. Cool Gamer 2 says, hey. Let's see. Let's do one of the autumnals. So this is the sort of orangey pack. Ooh. Ooh, okay. So looking at these, I think I like the black the least out of the options. But it does pop on some of them, so I don't know. But yeah, I like those. And they do go with multiple backgrounds, which I'm happy about because that means she can play a little bit more. So that was the orangey pack. Let's do the red autumnal pack next. I think it's red. It's kind of red. It's kind of reddy pink. I don't know. I've messed up my cardstock though. I think those are poisonous ones. I'm pretty sure they are. I'm pretty sure they are. Let's see if I can give myself a little bit more space in here for each of the mushrooms. Okay, so again, this is the sort of pink pack. Yeah, that's really pink on the white. Shows up a little bit more orange once it's got the cream under it. Ooh, I really like the blue. I don't know, these mushrooms look great with the blue. Yeah. I like both the cream and the blue. The white's also gorgeous, but and then this one really, I don't know, they're so good. They're so good. Okay. Next mushy pack. Let's do the purple. Let's do the purple. Definitely very purple. Looks really good on the cream. Surprisingly good. The black's starting to fade out again with that one. Ooh, I like it on the blue as well. Yeah, I think I like it on the cream and the blue the best. Although the white is really good too. But I think the black just fades it out a little bit more. Okay, one more of the mushy packs. And then we can go to the windows. Okay, so the last one is sort of like the galaxy mushrooms. I don't know that that's technically the best way to term it, but that's how we're terming it. Here it is on cream, which looks really good. Here it is on white, looks good. Again, I think the black is sort of fading out the background. Ooh, I really like the blue. The blue silver. Yes, I like it a lot. Yeah. Yeah. I think the cream is just enough gold to set off the purple tones. Yes. Yeah. It's just so pretty. And so is this one. Like, yes, I like them. I'm glad I got the full set of the mushrooms. They turned out better than I thought they would. Those are really great. Really great. And again, they're sort of like, they're busy, but they're not crazy busy. Like it's like just enough busy that's like attractive somehow. I don't know. Okay, so that's the last of the mushies, which I'm going to have to put maybe back in the box so I can avoid spilling them. Oopsies, sorry, didn't mean to hit you. Okay, now the last one is the windows from Journalsay. So these were all from the same line, and this one was a separate one, I think. Or was it the same? No, it's the same. Okay, so I bought the full set of the flower windows. And again, I bought these because I wasn't sure if these would go well with these the sort of Greek Roman statue with the celestial elements that from the PET tape that was the first thing I opened. I wasn't sure if these would go with it or not. And it may be a thing of like which sticker. So again, these are 10 different designs, one of each. So they are and these may be, again, sort of like larger than I bargained for in terms of cream, white, black, and blue silver. I think the cream in some ways fades it, but it looks really natural. I like the white a whole lot. Interestingly enough, the black creates more of a blue undertone. And then this one picks up the blue undertones that are already in there, maybe. But I think the white, and I like the silver. I think this one just kind of fades it a little too much. But I'm not sure. Here's a blue, and here's a, yeah. So there's the white flower window set, 10 of them. With, of course, multicolored flowers that lean towards pink and blue, because I guess that's the typical that people like to buy. I don't know. Maybe I can stack those back together. Here is the very obviously pink pack. Here it is on white. Here it is on black. Again, we got sort of that fading out of the white. Here it is on, ooh, that makes it sort of like almost fuchsia colored. I like that. That looks really good on the blue. Bluey silver. And I think this one makes it look slightly more purple. And somehow, I don't know, some ways, but I like the almost fuchsia element that it brings over here. So that's the pink pack. I'm not very good at bringing these back together in a neat and orderly fashion. All right, here is the blue pack, I think. I swear at some point I'm going to figure out how to make this. Those could be very pretty on the purple watercolor. They could be. Let's try that with this. These are smaller. Look at the size of this compared to the size of that. The blue ones are smaller. And so are, I think, the purple ones. Interesting. Okay, so even within the packs, they are, or same line, they are different. Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know. That one pops a little bit more than I expected it to. Here's the, let me actually pull this where I can see the edge of it. I do like it on the blue purple for sure. I mean, the blue silver. The cream, it stands out more than I thought it would. Okay, so here it is on like a peach. Interestingly, it looks more gothic that way. It's like the colors are darker somehow. Here it is on a purple wash, or blue raw, purpley blue. Here it is on sort of like a much darker textured surface. Did we do that one already? I can't remember. So that's what it kind of looked like with some watercolor options. I think I liked the blue gray, but the black looked better than I expected with those for sure. Okay, now we go for the lavender. And again, these are, I think, slightly shorter than the initial like white ones, but not by much. Maybe not. Yeah, the black fades out a little too much. I think we can ignore the black for right now. Wrong side. Here's I'm loving this blue, the silver blue. It just kind of, it definitely makes it more blue. And this one definitely sort of brings out some of the cream tones in the stone. That's really pretty. I like both of these. I like both of those. The white's also pretty, but I think I prefer the colored background there. Let's see what one of these looks like under or over. I keep saying under, but it's over. Here it is over a blue, green, purple wash. Here's a more obvious darker color. And let's see if we can find one of the pinks. Pinky pages. So I think, it's crazy how different the color looks on the cream versus the blue. Okay, we have two more. We have a sort of gothic window, which is the black with multicolored flowers. Which I think is going to not be an option for the black at all. Yeah. So we'll stick with these three to start with. Yep. That way we can maybe get two visible under each one. So there's what they look like. Again, I really like the two colored options. The contrast for the black frame is great, but I think the flowers are sort of like fuzzed out almost. Okay, here's the, oops. Well, it's gonna kind of, okay, so that was a purpley pinky one. Let's see if I can find a decent, here's one that's sort of like a purple night sky, which looks pretty good. But yeah, I think, I don't know. I like these two. You'll have to let me know which ones you prefer. And if you find something that works better than something like these. Okay, last pack is the garden windows, greenhouse windows, I guess. Yeah, greenhouse windows. So it's got like potted plants around it. My guess is the cream is going to look. Okay, so let's just try the black first to see if it's okay, but I think it's too dull. Okay, so here are those. Kind of hard to see that one because it's here we go. I think I like the cream best for these. I think that this one sort of dulls out the stonework. This one, let's see. This one has a set name on it. It's from the flower window set, but the rest of it is all in Chinese. So I do have the window set linked though, so you should be able to find it. Here is here's on a light green wash. Here is on, let's see what I can find. Here's on a sort of purple underneath it, which looks kind of cool. I like that. Let's see if we can find a full purple later. Here's on a red, sort of like red peachy. Here's on the purple to pink. Regular pink. I do like the regular pink. Here's on a little bit more of a blue-green. And more again on the purpley. So that is the last of the stickers. Again, oh, let me show you the size of these compared to. So again, here's the A5. So this is again a relatively large sticker for an A5. But again, it could work as sort of like a focal point for like a double page spread, or if you were working on a task list sort of thing and wanted a decorative piece, whereas the rest of your page would be relatively informational. Those would be really good. So that is all of them. Again, if you take a look at the thumbnail, it's all there. It's all kind of at the moment a little chaotic, so I can't like hurdle it all together again. But yeah, what is your favorite piece? I know my favorite in terms of like the washi tape. I'm in love, 100% in love with that, the Greek Roman celestial tape. The mushrooms I think are an unexpected win for me. I really liked the mushrooms. And yeah, so I think those might be my favorite stunners out of all of them. But there are so many, like the windows, I just couldn't pass up. They were so cool. So the windows, the mushrooms, yeah, they're so good though. Lanterns were also really pretty, so I'm excited about them. Thank you for hanging out with me for 3 hours just to look at stickers and tape. Yes, the dragon stickers. Yes, dragon stickers are adorable, and I'm so excited about them because I can use them for my reading journal. I can give them to my nephews. I can pepper the house with them if I want to. And I'm also excited to kind of put these together, these celestial moons with the sort of like, I don't know if I should call them celestial jewel dream catcher things, and figure out how to use stickers that are that big. Um, so yeah. And also I might be tearing apart this in order to get the in order to have the paper. So I might try some more scrapbooky style stuff. But yeah. So thank you. Thank you very much for playing with me, playing unboxing for yes, the Chinese windows are also really pretty. Yes, those the geometric, and I'm gonna learn how to draw those clouds while I'm using the stickers. So anyway, all right. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate you spending your time with me, and I will hopefully see y'all soon for writing sprints, or more stationery content. All right. Bye.